Monday Motivation with Eric and Friends podcast with your host, Eric F. King, featuring world-class speakers, coaches, and consultants. Join us every Monday as we dive into empowering conversations that motivate, inspire, and educate entrepreneurs. Kickstart your week with valuable insights that help you not just survive, but thrive. This is your go-to podcast to start your week strong and live your best life. Let's make Mondays the fuel for your success journey.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Eric F. King, and I am here with my great friends and experts, Leah Garcia, Zan Anagru, Eni Asong. And we are so excited this morning because for many reasons, but one is because we have an incredible topic that we believe is going to resonate with you all, and it's going to help you to make better decisions. Okay. So what I would recommend is that you share this right now with at least 3 people. Share this, say, hey, you got to get on this call. You got to get on this call because some of the tips I'm going to share with you changed my life, right? It could change yours. And I know for a fact that my experts will have information that is life changing. They always do. So as we dive in, I just want to say a couple things. I think that everybody at some point in their life struggles with this, right? What will people think about me if I do this, right? If you're the kind of person that before you make a decision, you're thinking about what everybody will say or think, this is the call you need to listen to. You need to put everything aside and listen to this call and listen to it maybe once or twice, all right? And then I'm going to jump into more of this later. But before that, let me jump in and introduce our first speaker. All right. Our first speaker hails from California, where it is 4:02 in the morning. So she is here early for you guys. And like I said, she doesn't have to. She's very successful, but she does it because she loves to help people. Okay. We know her as the financial strategist. If you want to make money, invest money, all things money, you want to grab her ebook and learn from her. She's also a 3rd-degree black belt, which I know is it's important for me to share because that tells you a lot about the kind of person she is, her character, her work ethic, all of that, right? So I have a lot of respect for her. So without further ado, let's send it off to California to hear from my good friend Leah Garcia.
Thank you so much, Eric F. King of Collaboration. Well, happy Money Monday, champions. Today's going to be fire, copious note-taking time. Today, if you adhere to even 1 or 2 of what we share with you, it is going to be life-changing for you. I didn't get up at 2:30 a.m. for nothing, okay? This is a big deal. How to stop worrying what people think about me. And listen, this is something, I'm going to tell you, this is something that is rampant. This is something that is inherited. This is something that we've seen for many generations. It goes throughout the whole entire country and even throughout the entire world. It is something called AA. Okay, this is what we're really talking about. Approval addiction. Most of us are addicted to approval, and we learn that from as a young child. And we go through our life, and then we're trying to wonder why we're so focused on approval addiction, because we've been programmed, right? We've been having this programming of getting the approval our entire lives. So today's going to be transformational. Listen, let me start with this. Worrying about what people think about you is like paying interest on a debt that you never took out. Their words or actions are going into your account and it's stealing your money. And we don't even do anything. Like we don't even know them, right? So I'm going to give you 3 golden nuggets. And I promise you, you're going to pick up something today that you can implement and absolutely change your life, because we couldn't be here if we were all addicted to approval. I wouldn't be showing up here. I mean, I just wouldn't, because so many people told me, listen, why are you doing that? Are they paying you on that podcast? Like, are you getting up at 2:30 in the morning? Listen, if I listened to what other people say, then we would do literally nothing. So I'm going to give you 3 golden nuggets, right? and it's going to go by quick. Most people, number one, are not thinking about you. They're just not thinking about you. We would worry less about what people think if we knew how infrequently they do. Okay? They really don't. And one of my friends puts it this way. He always says, you know what, Leah? That's enough about me. Let's talk about you. What do you think about my hair? Some of you will get that on the way out, okay? Most people are thinking about them. They're worried about what you're thinking about them. And remember, will this person even remember this in 6 months? If the answer is no, then stop thinking about it. We have 90,000 thoughts in a day, and majority of those thoughts are the same thoughts that we had the day before. And you know what I learned recently? Most of those thoughts we remember incorrectly. So let's start flipping the script and remembering them the way that we wanted them to go. Number 2, not everyone gets a vote in your life. Listen, this is not your dream by committee. You are the CEO of your vision. You are the CEO of your dreams. You're the CEO of your dynasty. It is up to you. Stop listening to broke Uncle Larry who's sitting on the couch. I mean, stop listening to him. And if you're Uncle Larry, I greatly apologize. Listen, we have to start listening to the things that are going to pour life into us. We got to start getting more credit to the one person who believes in you. Who is that one person that pours belief into you? And start listening more to that person. Number 3, your vision was not a conference call. It was just there just for you. It is not dreamed by committee. It is dreamed by design. So friends and family are going to poke fun of you. That's just the way it is. It wasn't a Zoom call. They weren't on it. They're not privy to what's happening, that your belief is in your mind, the vision that you see. As much as you describe it, the vision boards and your actions, they still cannot see it. It's really just there for you. So we got to stop letting other people's debt become on your balance sheet. Stop paying debts to something, a loan you never took out. Worrying about what people thinking about you is like passing your passwords to a total stranger. What does it do? It impacts your confidence. Okay, it impacts your confidence and it steals all dreams. Take it back. Change your passwords. Take it back. And with that, I'm excited to learn from the rest of my esteemed colleagues. And I hand it back to you, Mr. Eric.
Oh, wow. That was amazing. Oh my goodness. We got so much value. Like I think I got enough for the whole day. Like I can leave right now and I'm happy. I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. So many nuggets. Thank you so much. Great way to start the day. You see, folks, you see what I'm saying? You need to contact at least 3 people right now. Say you need to get on this call. We're only 8 minutes in and look at all the value, right? 8 minutes in. Wow, that's incredible. Thank you so much, Leah. Thank you so much. We have people here on this call from all over the world. So what I want everyone to do at this point is to put a comment in the chat. Say, hi, guys. This is so-and-so from wherever, because I see people from all over the world, but I don't see you in the chat, right? So let us know where you are zooming in from today in the world, all right? Say good morning, say good afternoon, say good something. Happy Labor Day. Say that. Happy Labor Day to the Canadians and the Americans. All right. So let's keep moving. Our next speaker hails from Nigeria in West Africa, all the way across the world. And he's a gentleman that I met a couple years ago through this forum, right? LinkedIn. And I noticed that people from all over the world were reaching out to him, right? His name is Mr. Positive Energy, and that tells you what he talks about. And he's helped so many people all over the world with what he does. So I'm not going to steal his thunder. I'm going to let him talk. Zan Anagru, the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. Happy Monday. And thank you so much, Leah, for that great nugget. And also Mr. Eni. Today happens to be the first day of the month of September. And just to be here to share this space with everyone is just so amazing. Thank you so much, Leah, for kicking us off. And I love it when you said, people do not think about you. And that's true. People are so busy with their life that they are not even at the center of what they are thinking about. But then, for us, in our mind, we think people are thinking about us. I used to be in the place where I was limited by what I used to think, oh, what would they think about me? What would they feel? What's their opinion? How would they see me? How would they receive me? I was all about that, and that alone stopped me from doing what I wanted to do. That alone deprived me. That alone sucked up my confidence, because the little confidence I had, I'll use it to be thinking about what will people think about me. But I'm going to share with you 3 powerful tips that changed my life and allowed me to be more conscious about myself and now know what people think about me. The first one is flex your uniqueness. I will say this again. Flex your uniqueness. We have billions of people all over the world. And I assure you, there is nobody like you. There is none. There is none. How you look, nobody else can look like this. How you talk, how you speak, how you do things, nobody else can do that. And that's the reason why you need to flex your uniqueness. I was talking with somebody within the week, and the person was like, the reason why I don't smile, it's because, I have something on my teeth. And I like, that's why you are unique. That's why you're not like any other person. That's why you are different. So you must understand that you are different. And because there is nobody like you, you need to flex your uniqueness. You need to express it. You need to enjoy you. Because the thought of knowing the fact that there is nobody like you on this planet, it's enough for you not to worry about what people think. We live in a world where people will have their opinion. We live in a world where people will always have their say. But what boils down is, who are you? What are you saying? And what are you thinking about yourself? Secondly, the next point is believe more in yourself with intentionality. I had to add intentionality because it is very, very important. For most of us, we are intentional about what people think about us. We are intentional about what people say about us. We are intentional about how people see us. We are very intentional about people's opinion, but we are not intentional about ourselves. Learning to believe in yourself just the way you are, it's very key, and it's very, very important. Your belief in yourself will increase your confidence. Your belief in yourself will make you see yourself in ways that you've never seen yourself before. So believing in yourself, it's key. And that brings me to my question is, whose report do you believe? Most people believe the report of others about them. I tell you, people's opinion about you varies. It's variable. It changes from time to time. Maybe today I did something nice to you. Oh, your opinion about me. Oh, Zion is a nice person. Oh, Zion is so good. Zion is amazing. But by the time I tell you, no, I'm not going to do that. Oh, Zion is bad. Oh, Zion is not a nice person. Zion does not want to help me. So people's opinion about you changes every day. What people think about you today, tomorrow might change. Why? Because of how they feel, what they think, or how you are satisfying them. So that's why you must remain constant in how you believe yourself. Your thought about yourself, your imagination about yourself should be constant, because what people think about you are variables. They will change from time to time depending on their emotions and how they feel. And lastly, I will end with this. For me, I talk about positivity always. Always see yourself from the lens of positivity. Yes. Now, this is something that people do not do. See yourself from the lens of positivity. And how do you do that? Focus on your strength. Focus on the things you can do best. Focus on that thing you are so good at, and do it as if your life depends on it. For most people, we are so focused on our weaknesses, on the things that we cannot do, on the things we are not able to do, on the things we cannot achieve. And by so doing, we are worried about what people will say. But when you begin to focus on your strength and the things you can do so well, you don't have to worry about what people think, because I'm so good at this. I'm so good at it. And by so doing, you come to a place where you know that I'm here to create value. Whenever I speak, I'm creating value. For most people, when I remember starting talking in public, I always think about, would they buy my idea? Would they listen to me? Would they hear me? What would they think about me? But from the moment I understood that I'm a person of value, whenever I show up, value show up. Whenever I show up, people are blessed, people are learning. So it just gives me that confidence to say, well, I don't have to worry about what people are thinking, because why? I began to see myself from the lens of positivity. It helps so much. It helps build your confidence, and it helps you see that you are unique just the way you are. It's easy to fall in the pit of worrying about what people think about you, what people feel about you. But at the end of the day, what truly matters and what truly defines you is how you see yourself. And I will tell you, always embrace positivity, because when you embrace positivity, you are built up for endless possibilities. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this morning. I wish you a happy new month again. And I pass the mic to you, Mr. Eric.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Wow. Another TED Talk. That was powerful. I'm just busy taking notes as a student. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. All right. So now we are going to, so I see some people are putting in the chat. So I'm going to shout some people out. I know there's a lot more people that haven't done it yet. So definitely put information in the chat. Tell us where you're zooming in from. Ask a question, because we're going to answer some questions. Okay. So welcome, Coral, from across the pond. Sharon Rose, welcome. Good to see you. Alexis Gerloff James. I have to say all her names because it's just beautiful how they come together. Alexis Gerloff James, welcome. Ravati, welcome. Absolutely, good to see you. Paulette, good to see you again. Welcome. Let's see. April, welcome, April. Good to see you. Spencer, good to see you. Eric Doby from Connecticut, good to see you. Ardelia, our good friend Ardelia is here. And I know we have a lot more, so definitely put it in the chat where you're zooming in from, and just say hello. All right. So we're going to keep on moving. Now we're going to go. We went all the way to Nigeria. Now we're going to come back. Not to America, but we're going to stop in Europe. We're going to stop in Europe. Yes, with the people that have the cool accents. So you're going to hear a really cool accent in a second, you know what I mean? You're going to hear a great accent in a second. So stay tuned, okay? This gentleman, he we call him the fame expert because he makes you famous, okay? And I don't just say that, right? When I met him, I didn't have a lot of followers on LinkedIn. Now I have, over 12,000. But more importantly, I know like at least 2,000 of them, like know them, right? One to one. He teaches that. He helps you to build your business on LinkedIn so the world can get to see you. All right. So without further ado, let me call upon my good friend, Eni Usong. The floor is yours.
That's amazing shares, everyone. Thank you so much for your kind words, Eric. It's always a joy to be here. Now, interesting morning, but I'm here, right? The beauty of being here is that I guess I've learned from you, Eric. When I talk about my training with you on sales, I guess I realize it's not the technical stuff, of course, matters. How do you handle objections and so on and so forth? How do you close a deal? But I think it's a self-confidence that we learn the most. Self-confidence, it means something, my friends. I love Queen Leah's way of looking at it. This is affection, addiction. Addiction to people liking you. But I think deep down, I think it's a self-confidence thing. As Mrs. Z said, who are you really, and what do you think of yourself? See, this issue, and it plagued my life for years. It shows up every so often. Still, even where I am now. I can't talk on stage, is what I said to myself, because they won't like it. They won't want to listen. They won't care. I literally, I didn't talk for about 15 years in business when I was working for people. So, but the extension of that is every day was a nightmare. Every day I was just worrying all day, every day. And the thing about worrying, of course, is that when you worry about something, you tend to attract it. Strange thing, that, right? So I worried that people are going to spoil my day because they're going to be angry, they're going to be upset, they're going to not like me, they're going to, and all the things that could go wrong, I'll think about, and it would all be my fault. This is the insidious nature of this issue. When you worry about others, everything becomes your fault when it goes wrong. When it goes right, it feels like a stroke of luck. Let's drop that, my friends. My friends have told you what to do, right? Look, who do I really know? I could say to you, ignore what people say about you. We can't. We're humans, right? I like Mrs. Z's points. The opinions is like backsides. Everyone's got one. Don't worry about it. Let it go. Ignore it, right? Ignore theirs. Focus on yours. I say literal opinions are what they are, right? What you think of me, frankly, is neither here nor there. So standing here now, I'm talking because I want to share something with you that might help you. Do I care how I say it? I would like to say it clearly. I would like to say it beautifully, rhythmically, maybe. You can sing it to you, right? I'm not going to do any of that stuff. I'm just going to tell you, because that's how we live. People will take from you if you're trying to help them. It doesn't matter how you say it. It doesn't matter how you show, even how you show up. If focus on helping people, your message, make that your priority. When you focus on your priority, you don't really care about what people say about you or what they think about you as you're doing your thing, right? So I mentioned this. I asked myself the question: who do I care about what they think? Maybe I care what my family think, and not Uncle Joe on the sofa, Queen Leah. Of course, I don't care about Uncle Joe, right? So it'd be nice if my wife, my kids have a positive view of me. That's as far as it goes, right? That's the other people I care about are my customers, the ones who are paying me. If you're not paying me, don't be surprised. I couldn't care less. Even if you are paying me, I will take what you say, what you think of me as feedback. And the feedback means I will say, okay, that's maybe there's something I did. There's something I did that they don't like, which is fine. I'll look at it and I'll think, do I want to change? Most of the time, if you're talking about my personality, things that don't really matter, not my service, not my business, not my behavior, I'm not going to listen. I'm me, right? Take it as take it as you will. It's up to you. Here's another thing I will say, my friends. If you have people who love you, you're going to have people who dislike you in equal measure. And I would worry more if you have neither of those. If no one loves you and no one hates you, I would worry a lot more. But let me tell you, I say anyone who has people who look at celebrities, people love them, people hate them. It's the same for you. Both they come together. Can't have one without the other one, right? Look, don't dwell on other people's thoughts, my friends. Be your greatest cheerleader. The only thing that matters is always what's really in your head, what's in your heart. Focus on that. Sing your praises every day. I do. When something goes wrong, learn a lesson. Give it your best. And then what people think of you doesn't matter at all. Whoever they are, live in your joy. Sing it, be a cheerleader. Literally, bang your drums every day. I'm the greatest, Muhammad Ali used to say, right? Do the same for yourself. Everything else is by the by, right? I'll leave it there, Mr. Eric.
Oh my goodness, that was powerful, 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 powerful. My goodness, I told you guys, to put on your seatbelts at the beginning. This is powerful information. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Annie. And I feel like you guys said everything. Like I don't have to say anything, right? But you know me, I talk a lot. So I'm gonna say something. And the first thing I'm gonna say is if I let what people think about me control me, I just wrote a list of all the things I would have not accomplished. Let me give you a few of them. I would never go into sales because I would be afraid that people are going to think I'm pushy. I would never get into public speaking because I would think that, hey, I'm going to make a mistake and people are going to make fun of me. I would never have met any of these people on the line right now because I would have never gone into LinkedIn. I would have never tried to make that work. I would have never been able to help hundreds of people, of entrepreneurs all over the world to boost their businesses. Someone sent me a video the other day, said that she made $27,000 in sales in her first week using my Compassionate Closer program, and she never sold anything in her life, not even gum, not even like bubble gum. I would never have written my book because I would think that what if nobody buys, right? I would have never built our home on the beach, right? Because I wouldn't have been able to make the money to do so, right? I would have never been able to take my family around the world, right? Travel all over the world. There's so much I would have not been able to do if I just worried about what people think or what people say, right? I would have not only deprived myself of things in life, but I would have deprived my children and my unborn children's children, because my children are learning things from me that will impact their kids and their kids. If I worried so much about what people say. And having said that, I want you all to know that I did worry about all of those things at one point. But then I realized that I can't control people, what the people say or what people think. Look, if I said right now, and this is not a true statement, if I said Eni Osong is a bank robber, it's not a true statement, right? And I said that online, and someone said, "Oh my goodness, I thought Eni was a nice guy. Did you hear that he robs banks for a living?" Oh my goodness. And then that goes out and that goes out. Now, does that change anything? No. And he's still an honest, hardworking guy. It doesn't change anything. So why would Eni sit around thinking, I wonder who heard that? Who cares? Who cares? Right? So, so for me, because then the reason this topic was so important for me is because I realized how much I would have not accomplished in life had I kept listening or worrying about what people say. Sometimes it's not like we're just worried about what people say or think. We're worried about not being able to control what they think, like not being able to control it, right? So if I'm Zion, right? Zion and I, we're good friends. We talk a lot, right? And I have a lot of respect for him and everything, right? So if I'm talking to him and I'm thinking, I like him, he's a good friend of mine, I can't control if he feels the same way about me, even though I believe he does. But if he doesn't, I can't control that. You know how someone says he's my best friend, but then you ask the other person, no, we're not best friends. I hardly like the guy. I'm just tolerating this dude. right. But he has no, so I'm not going to spend my time worrying. I wonder if he thinks we have a good relationship. No, I'm just going to believe what I believe and let him believe what he believes. Right. So that's what I want to share with y'all. Appreciate that. I mean, these are just incredible nuggets. I look forward to answering questions. And let me just say welcome to Toby Lola. Welcome. Ashwin, welcome. Good to see you. Let's see, who else? Chiwi, Akpan, welcome. Kemi, good to see you. Welcome. Jeffrey, welcome. I mean, wow, we have people all over the world here. Gladys, welcome. My goodness, if I did not mention your name, I'm sorry, because there's just so many. We have so many. This is incredible, though. It's great, right? Ardelia. By the way, when we started this, like I started with Leah, I think we had one person on, didn't we? One. We had one. We had Coral. Coral was on. Coral she's been a ride or die, right? We had one. Now, what if I thought, oh my goodness, what will people think if they only see Coral? So let's just quit so nobody thinks that we're not successful. What if I thought that? All these people will not be here from all over the world right now. And I would have been depriving everybody of the information that you get from these wonderful speakers. All right. So that's a practical example right there. So, all right. So let's, we're going to dive into questions, but real quick, I want to do this right about halfway mark. I want to ask everybody here real quick in like a minute, tell us what you do, because I know we love the information you gave us, but we actually want to know what you do. So tell us exactly what you do, who you serve, and how they can reach you, and then we'll get into the questions. Leah, go ahead.
Well, great question. Thank you so much, Eric, and so many golden nuggets so far. I am actually a financial strategist and insurance professional, and I help entrepreneurs and enterprises with up to 100 employees to properly protect, distribute, and transfer their wealth so they could build their family dynasty. And I do host Wealthy Wednesday every single week at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm always looking for guest speakers. You can also visit my Smart Link, which is like a website, and you can take my financial quiz and download my one-page financial plan, The Wall of Wealth. Thank you so much, Eric.
All right. And they can reach you through
really simple. You can scan my QR code. You can also go to my Smart Link, which is leahgarcia.io, leahgarcia.io, and I'll put it in the comments. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Who wants to go next? Zan?
Yes, let me go next. Thank you so much. And yes, for me, I'm a positivity coach. I help entrepreneurs and founders and people who have businesses to embrace positivity with their business and also with their life. For many persons as entrepreneurs, we struggle to stay positive on the course of us doing our businesses. But what I do is to help you remain a positive person even as you do your business. And I also help people host events. You have value to give. You want to share your voice. You want to speak to people, or you want to even learn how to speak on stages like this. You can do it to reach out to me. We'll work on it together and put you in the front of a target audience. And if you want to reach out to me, I'm on all socials, but I'm mostly active on LinkedIn, Zion Enogeru. The only one you can see there, Mr. Positive Energy. Reach out to me. Let's go on a journey of positivity together. So thank you so much, Mr. Eric. I yield the mic back to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Annie, go ahead.
Yes, for sure. My friends, I help people to achieve what I call long-term authority, long-term visibility, and maybe legacy as well. Of course, in all of that, my friends sell. So I tend to work with people who are ambitious, who have unique solutions. So when I find those gems of people, I say I want to bring them to the world. So on LinkedIn, as Eric mentioned earlier, I want to help them build a community around them. That's how you get sales in the end, my friend. Build a community of people who care about what you do, who know, like, and trust you. That's what my events do. And then ultimately you sell to them when they're ready. If I'm not doing events, then my other passion on this road to make people build their legacies, to help people to write their books, publish their books, sell their books, and become international bestsellers on Amazon. Awesome. That's probably my greatest joy. Now, so we are expanding the author's service. Now, so I've learned from you, Eric, there's a speaking component to our businesses, right? Everyone needs their speaking stage, and that's saying your speaker stage, Eric, is amazing, right? So I'm working on something similar for authors.
Okay.
So that's where we're going.
Awesome.
I'll tell you more as our plans get in place, right?
Awesome. And they can reach you on LinkedIn, I'm sure.
LinkedIn is my home, my friends. I'm going to put the link in the comments now. So do connect, and they say I'd love to know who you are. And I say when I say I build communities around my friends, the same works for me. So let's meet. I want to know what you do, how you help, and then that way we can explore the possibilities.
Absolutely. Thank you. And if you're on the line and you're on YouTube or something, and you say, "Well, I'm not really on LinkedIn," then get on LinkedIn. Right? Yeah, just get on it. Create an account in 5 minutes, and boom, you're on LinkedIn. Just like that. All right, appreciate that. Well, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Eric F. King, and I'm a sales and visibility coach, right? So I help entrepreneurs 2x, 3x, even 10x their sales without being pushy or salesy. Been doing that for many years. I also help speakers, coaches, and authors that want to increase their visibility, their authority, and credibility by allowing them to speak on my unique stage, the #1 stage in the world for speakers, coaches, and authors, to actually show their expertise. All right. And if you want to learn more about it, go to studiospeaking.com. I have a promotion right now for Labor Day. So that will end tomorrow. If you want to speak at my next event, you'll be amazed at how little you'll have to pay. It's a promotion. It's just a promotion, 2 days, right? Just reach out to me. Send me a message on LinkedIn, or reach out to Coral, who's my assistant, Coral, and she will get you in touch with me. All right. So yeah, so that's what I do. Help people sell their offers and then help them put them on stage so more people can see them, right? Some people say, well, Eric, a lot of people don't know me. Well, I changed that. A lot of people will know you when it's done, when it's all said and done, all right? To reach me, you can reach me on LinkedIn. I'm also on Instagram, but LinkedIn is great. And also to grab my ebook, I wrote a book on marketing. I wrote a book about how you can get lead sales, customers, all of that. 100 ways to do it. And I'm going to put it in the chat. successwitheric.com/100. So the number 100, and Eric is with the C. successwitheric.com/100. And we'll put that in the chat. Okay. All right. So now let's get to the questions, folks. Let's get to our questions of the day. First of all, Jeffrey, welcome. Welcome, Jeffrey. I don't want to forget. Charles, good to see you. Welcome. Lisa, welcome. I think Ashwin, I think I mentioned you. Okay. All right. Welcome, everybody. Okay. So let's get to the questions. First question is, okay. So here it is. Coral says, if someone is just starting their journey of letting go of others' opinions, what's their very first step that you recommend? The very first step. So, so you're always thinking about other people's opinions. What's their very first step? Who would like to share? Great question.
Sure.
I'll go ahead, Leah, and then Annie.
Yeah, Zion alluded to this. If there's something about you that people kind of make fun of you about, that's the thing. Maybe that's your unique gift. That's your uniqueness about you, that if you stepped into it, could be your unique proposition. So what is the thing that maybe you're the most self-conscious of, or maybe what's the one thing that most people notice about you, right, when they see you, right? Do you have this certain sayings you're always saying, or, what is that unique quirkiness maybe about you? So great question. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you. Annie, go ahead.
I think that the first place to start is to love yourself unconditionally. It's not ego. It's not ignorance. It's simply realizing that you need to have that feeling about you that no one else is going to have necessarily. Now, like when I say your biggest cheerleader, you have to love yourself genuinely. Yes, we all make mistakes. Of course we do. We learn, right? So give yourself that grace. But and maybe I'll start with affirmations as well every day. That's what really changed my thoughts and the way my thinking patterns. So essentially every day, look in the mirror and affirm yourself. Say what say why you're a great person, the great things you do, why you are that person who is who you are. How you look. Let me say, how you look does not matter. No one cares. You think they're looking at, I think they're looking at my gray hair on my eyebrow. No one can even see it. That's just silly, right? Focus on what you do. Don't worry about personality contests. Gets you nowhere. Ignore that. So don't waste your time there. If you love yourself truly, nothing anyone says will affect you. That's a real foundation for not caring about what others think.
That's true. Awesome. Thank you. Zan, did you speak?
Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. I was just going to share a quick story. I remember growing up, I used to be smallest in my class. I used to be the smallest. So people were like, you're short. So whenever they see me, they always sound like that. I used to be so carried away whenever they call me short man. Oh yeah, I'm a short person. But from the moment I began to understand that, well, I'm short because I'm unique. I'm like this because this is who I am. So and there are people I'm even taller than, when I began to see myself. And I love the fact that any short affirmation, I began to affirm myself in my uniqueness. You think I'm short? I'm the best person you can meet. Oh, I'm amazing. I'm great. I began to affirm myself. And do you know, it didn't just change how I see myself. It also changed how they saw me. Oh, I'm no longer intimidated by their opinion anymore. I'm no longer afraid of what they will think about me anymore. It stopped. So their opinion about me changed. Why? Because I continue to affirm myself in my uniqueness. It all boils down to your mindset. So one first step I want to tell you is affirm yourself continually. Repeat yourself. Convince yourself. Encourage yourself in your uniqueness. With that, I tell you, you are able to overcome people's opinion. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. I'll give my back to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think I saw someone, I don't know who said it here, but someone said something to the effect that why worry about what people think if they don't pay your bills? Something like that. And that's part of it, right? Like, why worry? Why worry if they don't have a huge impact on your life? They don't. What they think doesn't impact your life at all. It doesn't matter, and you can't control it, right? If you can't control it, so here's the test. Anytime you want to embark upon a project, you want to make a decision, think to yourself, am I being controlled by what people think? Right? So I wanna do a webinar, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't do it yet. Okay, so why? Because I don't have a lot of followers. Okay, so what? So what? Because what will people think if nobody shows up? Now, if you think that way, you're like, okay, now I'm worried about what people think, so I'm just gonna do it because it doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? Everything that I've started, and I'm sure my friends here started, at the lowest level, right? This call started with just one guest. My Promote Your Business meetup, we started with 8 people one day in a room. The next event, nobody showed up. I was the only one. Right? Now we have over 5,000 people, right? So whatever you do is going to start that way. It's going to start that way. When I came up with my idea, studiospeaking.com, there was a lady I was talking to about that. She said, Eric, I don't think anybody will actually pay to be on your stage. I said, really? Why not? She said, well, because speakers want to get paid. So they're not going to pay you. I'm like, oh, okay. So now I could have thought, well, what will she think if I keep going? I don't care. Because if she goes on my website, she'll see 30 testimonials of people that spoke on my stage that were happy to do so. Right? So who cares? She may be listening to this now. I'm sorry. Don't care. I'm helping people, right? She could be listening to this right now because we're connected, right? But again, I don't care because I'm helping people, right? So it is it is what it is. So, all right, seems like you folks don't want to ask a lot of questions. That's fine. That's fine. We can still talk. We can still chat. All right. So I want to ask my incredible speakers today, if you can share an instance, like how I give a list. Now I had some time to write the list. I don't expect you to give a list, right? But think of one example in your life of how thinking about what people worrying about what people think would have prevented you from doing, right? And that you're doing now. So people can just get a few examples. So if anybody can just jump in, just one thing. It doesn't have to be a list like I did, but something that people can relate to. Maybe anybody want to share?
There is a question, by the way, by Ashwin.
By who? Okay,
Ashwin.
I don't see it. Okay, go ahead. Can you read it?
Yeah, no, I'll repost it.
Okay, thank you.
That way you can see it.
Yeah, I did not see it.
That's a great question.
Very good. Thank you. I saw. Oh, how do I get back? How do I get it back?
Oh.
Okay, I didn't know it was a question. Okay. I'm turning for all that confidence is gone. Okay, I think I see it now. Yes, I see it now. All right. So for those of you that want to ask a question, she doesn't know. She's new. Put question in the chat, question, and then because I just thought it was a comment. Okay. I struggle with these videos and live streams, 100 things eating me away. Strangely, I got on stage, thousands offline at 24. At 44, all the confidence is gone. How do I get it back? Okay. Yes. Good question. Good question. Okay. So who would like to answer this question? Because we have a great question. How do you get it back?
Yeah, I guess.
Go ahead.
As one who does events every day, literally, I say, and I was petrified of ever being seen and heard. I said, I spent so many years, about 20 years, not being on stage. I was so scared. I don't know what I was scared of. I was scared of myself. I thought I might trip over on the way up to the stage. So my simple idea, Ashwin, is find a reason. How are you going to benefit people by being on stage? By doing an event? What do you want to share with them? What do you want them to learn? How will you transform their lives? Focus on that. And then just go do it, right? If you change one person's life, win, right? What's the worst that can happen? You help people. Whoa, so that's where I find my confidence from. Because I know someone's going to enjoy our conversation. I know there's a reason I'm doing this event. Then I just do it.
Yeah.
It takes, it does take psyching yourself up. It does take motivating yourself. But I guess nothing can go wrong, my friend. What's the worst that can happen? The internet falls off. They can't see you anywhere, right? They can't hear you either. I'm saying, what's the worst that can happen? But everything good, as Eric said, comes from you doing what you're scared to do. Be brave, do it. Say when it comes to events, maybe get a co-host. I'm going to all do it by yourself. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Very good. Yes.
I'll help you work on getting that confidence back.
I was going to say that. Contact him. He helped me. Right? He helped me on LinkedIn. Right. I mean, I you know what? I had a lot of confidence speaking on stages, but I didn't have any confidence on LinkedIn. So I'm asking him all these questions. He's like, Eric, don't worry about it. I'll be there with you.
Don't worry about it. You worry too much.
Yeah, don't worry about it. This is a true story. I'm not joking.
Yeah, no.
Right? Am I telling the truth, Annie?
No, of course you're telling the truth. Wasn't it fine?
True story.
And all the others been fine since, right?
Yeah, I've been okay. I haven't called you for any live in like 3 years.
No. I see you everywhere else now, Eric. I see you doing interviews everywhere else now.
so awesome. All right. And Leah, did you want? Oh, I know Zan put up a hand. Both of you. Anyway, go ahead, Zan.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Eric and Mr. Eni. That was a very good point. For me, finding your confidence back and getting back online, I would just advise you, because really helped me a lot, is to find your why again. There was something that was your why that kept you on fire a few years ago, that you had the passion to come up on stage, you had the passion to speak to people. You need to remind yourself your why. Why were you passionate about speaking years back? If you can rediscover your why, I tell you, the confidence and the passion to get back on stage, you're going to get it back. Because most of the time, because of the vicissitude of life, because of what we go through every day, we tend to forget our why. We are so overwhelmed with the challenges of life, and then we forget our why. But if you can take a pause and look back and why am I doing what I do? Or why was I doing what I did years back? I really want to get back to that level again. So finding your why is key. And secondly, this is something that is for me, I do it every day. It's because I know I have a message and I have a value. We are limited by location, we are limited by countries, but coming online has really helped me to spread my wings and reach out to more people. It's about people, it's about creating value, it's about making an impact. And for you to reach out to more people, it's better get on stage. On this event, we have people from all over the world. You don't have to leave your home, you don't have to leave your offices, but you can still tune in from your location. So find that place to create value, to make an impact and to make a difference. I tell you, with that, you're going to get your confidence back. And I cannot wait to see you back on stage, sharing and impacting life one day at a time. So thank you so much, Mr. Eric. I yield my back to you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Leah.
Yeah, great points. And hopefully this is helping, Ashwan. So I would ask you to go back to that first talk that you did. And you probably didn't have any expectation. You probably were just speaking with energy, enthusiasm, and passion. And now you put all this pressure on yourself. So go back to what you did in the beginning. And that's probably, we put all this expectation. When we have all this expectation, then sometimes that can really get in our head. And when we're in our head, we're dead, right? Because we're just going to keep thinking about things. So go back to what you talked about and how you felt at that talk. Hopefully that helps, Ashwan. Great question.
Yes, thank you. And that's a great question for everybody. Like everybody can gain from that. Age is just a number. Don't worry about age. Like we tend to think that we get to a certain age and we're too old to do something. No, we're not. It's all in your brain. It's all in your head. There are people. I mean, Kentucky Fried Chicken, what's his name? Colonel Sanders started KFC when he was 65. Right? Like it doesn't matter how old you are. So don't some people, well, I have kids now and I have this and that. So what? You can start at any age. I got online when I was older than 44. Nobody in the world saw me online until I was older than 40. I was older than you when I started online, right? So it doesn't matter. Age is just a number. Don't try and don't give yourself excuses. Just start. Just start. And here you have an edge. There are 44-year-olds that have never spoken in front of anybody. You have. So you have a head start. So what's your excuse? You don't have an excuse. You have a head start. You at least you were there before, right? You were there before. So you can do it. I don't mean to be tough on you. Actually, I do mean to be tough on you because I want to help you. I want to help you, right? I want to help you. Yeah. So all right. Okay. So let's round up. Let's do like a little round robin with everybody, with the speakers. Maybe something that you want to add, or something that resonates with you. Just a little round robin, or maybe you want to share an experience. So let's go ahead. Whoever wants to jump in.
I'll kick it off. So we are talking about approval addiction, and we do all have it. So one thing that I did to get over approval addiction, and by the way, it's always a process, right? You're never like totally done with it, was I just dipped myself in the thing that I knew was the most difficult thing for me to do, which was making cold calls. And I made 100 cold calls a day, 5 days a week for over a year. So if you get yourself accustomed to hearing the no, a lot of times it's hearing that no, whether it's no to an opportunity or just telling you no personally. If you can really build up that resistance in yourself and just understand that no doesn't mean no to you, it just means no right now. They're not saying no to you, they're saying no to themselves. So if you could do something that builds up that resistance, it's just like anything, you're building up that muscle. Build up that muscle of hearing the no, then that will really help you to get more resistant to it and build up your confidence.
Yes. It's liberating. It's liberating. I am liberated because it doesn't matter to me if people say no. It doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter if I make a mistake. I am liberated. I can do almost anything because of it. So it liberates you. It liberates you. Thank you, Queen Leah. Thank you. Who else? Go ahead, Annie.
So, look, we talk about affirmations. They were standing, telling yourself you are that great person. Look, I tried that. At the beginning, you feel a bit weird, right? I'm beautiful. I'm smart. I help people. I'm saying at the beginning, you think, am I going mad?
Going mad.
But let me tell you, my friends, the greatest thing you can do for yourself is begin to believe it. Believe it. Because it's true. Don't just say it as if you're talking to your cat or your dog. I'm saying, no, truly believe that is what you are. Like Queen Leah said earlier, your dream is not a chance thing. It's not something that's given to everyone. It's just for you. So your affirmation is not for everyone. So pick the things that you truly can believe and believe that you have that greatness in you, because you do. If you don't believe, you just wash off your back and nothing happens. If you truly learn to believe, you become unstoppable. That's the real trick of affirmations.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. I think there's somebody else that hasn't spoken.
Yes, it's me. Thank you, Mr. Eric. I'm going to continue from where Annie stopped. If there's one thing I've learned about belief, it's you cannot achieve
Okay, looks like we may have lost him, but we got a lot from him, so we're excited.
Yeah, hopefully we'll come back. There's a question from Charles. Is your book on Amazon?
Yeah, I put it in the chat. Thanks, Charles. Yes, it is. Okay. So I put it in the chat. Home Business Boom. It's on Amazon. So go to Amazon, type in Home Business Boom, or type in Eric F. King. Either way, my book comes up. Thank you so much. Yeah, so
they can buy the book on Amazon or have it free from you. I mean, no brainer.
Let me just make it easy. Go on Amazon, get the book. Yeah, appreciate that. And
Listen,
not to
click
confuse,
on the link, my friends. Click on the link, successwitheric.com. Click on that link and you get the book free of charge. That's a better idea.
no,
Sorry,
no,
just say.
no. So no, so
No?
don't confuse,
Okay,
don't
maybe not.
confuse people. The link is my ebook. Right? The
Okay.
link is my ebook. The book is totally different. The book, actually, I'll show you the book. I'll show you the book. I'll show you the book. It's totally different. I don't want to confuse people because I don't want people to say, "Well, you said it was free." Right? No. So this book is not free. This is on Amazon.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's your first book.
Yeah, the home business book, Boom, how to create 10 businesses from home is it's not expensive, but it's not free. Okay. So you can get this on Amazon, but I was just saying it by the way. I wasn't actually selling it. I was just saying it by the way. And then he picked up on that. Right. So you can get it. But my ebook, which is free, is successwitheric.com/100. So grab that. It's absolutely free. Yeah. So
that's the one that gives you 100+ ways to make money, right?
Yeah, 100. Well, you could say it that way. It's 100+ ways to get leads, sales, customers, speaking engagements, whatever you want. So yeah, it all turns into money, right? We need money. People say, Eric, I just want to help people. If you can't pay your rent, you're not helping anybody until you pay your rent. Trust me. Trust me on that. I know because I've been there. When I didn't have any money, I wasn't thinking about helping anybody. And I'm actually a generous person, but I did not care about helping anybody until I paid my rent.
That's true.
Because I didn't want to be homeless. I want to help myself. So all right. So yeah. So I think we went around the room already. Did we get to you? Annie, we did get you, right?
Yeah, no, you got I don't think Queen Leah. Yeah, no, okay, you gave us to start off with, right? So
she spoke.
We did.
So again, a great topic. Welcome everybody if I didn't mention you on Wetchi, I don't know if I mentioned you, but great topic. Again, folks, I want you all to share this with at least 3 people. Okay. We do it for free for you. So what we want in payment, so to speak, is for you to share it so more people can see this. So we have double, triple, even quadruple next time, right? We help you every Monday. Look, it's a holiday here. Like I could be sleeping right now if I want to. It's a holiday. But, I figured, you know what? Why not help more people, right? So that's what we do. So, yeah, so keep coming. We're going to be here again in 7 days, same place, same link, all of that. Connect with all the speakers, get to know them, right? If they have something that you want, that you can learn from, then you want to meet with them. You want to set out an appointment with them. Leah, did you have a question?
I was just going to highlight, Coral had the question in the beginning, and she said, what would you say to your younger self? And I would say, to my younger self, my mom always told me, Leah, you're so stubborn. You're just so stubborn. I was a little girl, like 4 or 5 years old. You're just so stubborn. And now they call it hard work, grit, and discipline.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. That the thing is, and I'll just say this: sometimes when we're growing up, the one talent or skill or abilities that we have is what we're criticized for. They said Martin Luther King was very rambunctious when he was a kid, that they couldn't keep him still. He couldn't sit in the class and just sit like everybody else. And they had to punish him a lot because he just was all over the place. He wanted to do something. And look where that led. Look where that led, right? So be yourself, right? One of my kids, he's not really into studying. He doesn't really like school. He doesn't like anything about it. But guess what? He's a great soccer player. So I just helped, okay, let's play soccer. And I put him in the travel league. Right? I spend money on him to be the best soccer player he can be, right? That's what he wants to do. That's what's in him, right? So just be yourself. And that's what gives him the confidence, right? That's what gives him confidence. So I want him to get good grades, but I'm not going to say, forget the soccer and just focus on their school and make him miserable. I just help him I hope he's not listening to this, because you have to focus on your studies, boy. But you know what I mean, folks, right? You know what I mean, right? Just, live your life not worrying about what people say, in a nutshell, so you can achieve your full potential. And to the lady who said that she was thinking about coming back, she doesn't know how, think about all the people who will benefit from you speaking again. Think about all the people you'll deprive of the knowledge that you're going to share, and then think about how you're going to deprive yourself of the experience and maybe even the income of not actually doing it, right? So that ends our call. It's 8 o'clock. Appreciate everybody. We'll see you next week. It has been a plum-pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege to be here with you today. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone.
All right.